ॐ ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Let us salute the entire lineage of gurus up to our own guru, starting from the Parabrahma Tattva. So too, let us salute the Bhagavan in various rupa. Guru gives us jnanam, Bhagavan gives us the abilities, facilities, resources, and keeps removing the obstacles. Therefore, we in life need both the guidance, blessings of Deva as well as Guru. So, having saluted them, before we enter into our Mandukya Karikas, in which we were trying to understand Shastra Vidhise as well as logically about the Supreme Self alone is reality. Other than Him, everything is only imagination, projection. So, before we study that deeper Shastra to set right ourselves in the life, every day one type of thought, one thought we are discussing under the banner of Shakti series. Few more we will see. Today's Shakti is a Sarvathomukha Prayathna Shakti. That's what I titled it, named it. Means the power of efforts which are all inclusive. All round efforts power is a thought today. There are two things. One is one, in particular, depending on the grandness of the goal, the wideness of the goal, the greatness of the goal, the bigness of the goal. And in general, also, in every goal, depending on that, our efforts are required. Greater the goal, greater and all around must be our efforts. Otherwise, if any place we lack any type of required efforts, then we will not be able to achieve it. And that is why, if you observe in the world, Bhagavan has put everything which are required to be completing our efforts, then only result will come. Anything when you buy also from the shop, they give you the package in the in the parts form. Parts. When you come home, you open it, then you go on fixing each of the part, assembly. When you assemble all of them, even a small screw is not there, then the assemblage will be not completed. And he gives everything. They give a manual also. Then they show also first step, second, third, fourth, fifth. Now the entire, what do you call, the pan is ready. Dono pan, now you can fight with each other. That is how pan fighting. All are required there. In the same way, whether spiritual goals or worldly achievements goals, what we have to first accept is all around efforts we have to put. That is in Gita Bhasha, it's called as Sarva Bhavena. Tameva Saranangaccha Sarva Bhavena Bharata. Tat Prasadat Param Shantim. What happens in us is we put efforts, but only in one angle we are putting. We are not remembering or knowing it that in so many other angles also efforts have to be put, then only the result will come. So all inclusive effort Shakti. That will not come just like that. We have to first learn its need, first understand its importance and learn to add one by one things. So what do you mean by that? Everything means what? To start with, key intellectual effort is required to be convinced about the goal and also to be very clear in the understanding about the means. Now, which is the goal which we have? We are convinced by intellectual understanding, or which is the goal which we have taken up emotionally, sentimentally because somebody told. Is it not that which is taken as goal under emotion won't sustain for long? You will not be satisfied in towards that because finally a man person is happy only when he is convinced at the intellectual level. That will be long lasting. At the psychological level, it is temporary joy giving, but only intellectual conviction gives happiness. Therefore, to know whether that goal is worthy and also to clearly understand the means for that, we have to put intellectual efforts. All our Vedantic classes are intellectual efforts. Why Paramatma is the goal? Why he should be the goal? Then how and why, how he can be achieved? What are the various sadhanas? These are intellectual exercise. So intellectual effort required, is it not? To sort out any problem or to achieve any of the goal, we should know that दिमाग को लड़ाना ही पड़ता है. Many of us, even domestic problems and all, emotionally only we try to do, but intellectually very less we talk about. So too, where the national problems or any religion problem, our own Hinduism, why it is under problem, why it's always under the threat of other religions. You have to intellectually think and see where we are suppressed, who are caused, what it can be done, how to glorify our dharma, which is so great and glorious. If this intellectual study is not done, first of all, we are not convinced. Then how can we convince others? You have to study Hinduism. Sanatana Dharma means which believes Vedas. Vedas means which talk about ultimate truth. That is our biggest Brahmastra. We speak first about Parabrahma Tattva. Then we talk about Ishwaratva. Then we talk about the every jiva's well-being, welfare. Therefore, Sanatana Dharma is ultimate. Then we have thousands of variety of upasanas, pujas, prakriyas. So these are all added glory. If we don't know intellectually that one, neither we are convinced nor we can convince others. So this is the intellectual solution. You have to think for such problem. So to nation's economy, what's the problem? Is a lack of material resources, lack of human resources, or lack of mutual integration, or the things are misused some places in between. So if you have to think, a think tank is required. So I'm just telling कि the power of all inclusive efforts is equal to Sarvathomukha Prayathna Shakti is equal to intellectually you have to. Your own child not doing well in exam. Intellectually सोचो क्या है उसमें. By nature is dull-witted. Then don't force him to get 10 on 10. Be happy by 10 on 8 on 10. 8 भी मिल गया उसको खुश हो जाओ फिर. Some children are never good at technical things, nor theoretically. But उनको कोई टेक्नोलॉजी वगैरह में ले जाओ ना, they may not be good in theory, but उनको कोई practical में ले जाओ, they are much better than the theoretical people. And many theoretically best children, when practical is given to them, they don't do it. So find intellectually how this child can be made better. Okay? All inclusive effort is intellectual understanding. Second is most important is emotional. All inclusive effort includes emotion because emotions play a very major role. They add to the intellectual conviction if they are integrated. If they are not integrated, emotion says something, intellect says something, that split personality can never do anything, can never feel anything. He may do it according to intellectual choice, but emotionally he is not happy. He may give up emotionally and enjoy the emotional success, but intellectually not be convinced. Most of us go through that. We do something emotionally, but at the intellectual level, we are dissatisfied. Like emotionally, I'm attached to you. But you are not reciprocating and understood that you are not unworthy. Then the intellect is not satisfied. It feels bad. Why do you go when a useless fellow? When they go together, intellectual conviction, who loves me, who values me, who respects me. And to that person only when I have my emotion, I will be very happy. That person also is happy. Integration. Any example for that matter. Intellectually, you are convinced about a profession, business. Emotionally also you have to be. Many people intellectually convinced but like नहीं करते. करना चाहिए, करना पड़ता है. Always the emotion should follow intellect only. Intellect should follow the guidance of elders. So all inclusive effort is a conscious effort of doing, liking what you do. Doing what we like is any useless fellow does. मैं जो चाहता हूँ वो करूँगा, वो तो कोई बेवकूफ़ करेगा। जो करना है उसको ही चाहना is higher achievement. What I must to do when I love that. Like I must study Shastra. I should love it. If I don't love it, then this I'll be doing it under compulsion, under a frustration, pain. Then I can't do it at all. So all-inclusive effort includes the emotional application. Apply it in every example. Whether you start a business or a profession, or whether you any goal you have, or even the problems like as I said, children. After intellectual understanding, you have to be emotionally applying those solutions with love, kindness, and all. ये भी जुड़ जाएगा तो प्रॉब्लम का सॉल्यूशन इफेक्टिवली मिलेगा और गोल कैन बी अचीव्ड इजीली. हो गया दोनों. Intellectual application to understand, emotional application to strengthen that intellectual understanding as well as give that joy of doing, because कोई भी चीज करने के टाइम उसको प्रेम से करोगे आनंद ज्यादा मिलेगा, खुशी बहुत मिलेगी और लाना पड़ता है वो. इट शुड बी, एक तो क्या है, जो भी काम कर रहे हैं प्रेम से करो. सेकंड, ऑलवेज यू शुड बी प्रेम. कोई भी छोटा बड़ा काम करो लविंगली यू डू. राइट फ्रॉम मॉर्निंग इफ यू फोल्ड योर बेडशीट एंड वहां से लेकर नाइट सेम बेडशीट व्हेन यू ओपन इट एंड एवरीथिंग शुड बी डन विथ लव, विथ प्रेम, विथ इष्टता, विथ लाइकिंग. दैट शुड बिकम ए हैबिट and it has to be made. It won't come just like that and we don't know it. Nobody told. Now we are knowing कि मुझे इंटेलेक्चुअल बौद्धिक समझदारी के साथ प्रेम से. Every relation, she's your daughter-in-law. First intellectual understanding. That fellow, your son, whom you could not bear, now she is taking care. So you have to be intellectual understanding her greatness. Then lovingly. Give her all gifts and freedom and she'll be so happy. Make her. हो गया दोनों बातें. All inclusive efforts is second. Third is what? How much our emotional and intellectually we are putting efforts of understanding and feeling, unless at the level of body and senses level, giving up this lethargy and laziness. Physically, if you don't work, the result will not come in many cases. Wherever the physical work is essential. Mastery of that, like you want to do dhyanam. Intellectual conviction is there, you love it. But what is the physical aspect of dhyanam? You should learn the asana siddhi. What is the senses level of ध्यानम there? ध्यान के लिए हेल्प करने वाला सेंसेस का कंट्रोल करना है उसको. This 1 hour, all my senses I am not going to attend to. If that mastery is not there, then your conviction of meditation, devotion of meditation won't happen. Many of us are not recognizing these requirements. We are intellectual about meditation, intellectually convinced. We love it also. But then we have not maintained or managed our senses and body. Therefore, all our love for meditation, understanding and conviction of meditation is never becoming practical. We seldom recognize it. The need of controlling the senses and making the body worthy of sitting for half an hour, called asana siddhi, then only our love for meditation, our conviction of meditation will become practical meditation. Anything for that matter. Physically, many of us are lazy in this regard. That laziness we have to give up. Let the body be kept in activity all the time. Both are habits. We shared it few months back. To be lazy also a habit. To be dynamic and active at the body level also is habit. Balance karna chahiye. How much to work to get the work done we should know. And when the body is tired, the required amount of rest also should be given. When the work is continuous for 4 days, definitely body needs lot of rest. So give it no problem. But the work is not that big sleep for the physical level, then you need not sleep for 12 hours there. 6 घंटे सो जाओ काफी है. Start. By the way, though out of topic, I'm sharing our sleep is because of our tiredness and we are exhaustively tired every day, not because of constructive creative work, but because of our nonsense of watching TV and talking to useless people, and also the brooding and worrying in the mind. These are draining our energy. Therefore, we are weak, tired, exhausted, then we sleep. This is absolutely wrong. We should be getting tired, exhausted in doing constructive, creative, positive works and sadhanas. Then you sleep. ध्यान करते करते थक जाकर सोना है, टीवी देखते देखते थक कर सोना करेक्ट बात नहीं. You be remaining things you had. So the efforts at the body senses level also is required. Okay. Then sometimes you may have to invest money. Don't be miser there. कोई if you want a quality वाला वस्तु, intellectually you understood, emotionally you like it, physically you went to the shop, but you don't want to take out the purse and pay money, then how will you get the best one? आपको अच्छा चीज चाहिए तो 100 कीमत है, आप 50 देते हो तो 50% कीमत का वाला भी मिलेगा आपको. So the effort even to spend money, effort of speech also required. Sometime when you have to talk to people, in which alone there is achievement, you should also have the effort of patiently speaking, effort of lovingly speaking, effort of respectfully speaking. I'm just telling some of the goals require all these aspects. Some of them require 4 or 3 aspects. Whatever, maybe we must get ready with all the arm and ammunition of all these efforts, so that we perform there and we get the result out of it. Especially when you have to talk to the elders. वहाँ इंटेलेक्शन इमोशन के साथ क्या ज्यादा काम करेगा? योर स्पीच. How much ever we are good in our emotion and intellectual, if in the speech, if I don't express that devotion and respect, then the other person will not like it. You also like, if I am intellectual, emotional, you like me, that I like you and I am giving jnanam to you. But at the vocal level, if I scold you, let us say, you will not respect me even though I am intellectual and emotionally helping you. You don't like it. बिकॉज आपको स्वामी जी मुख से हमारा बहुत स्तुति करना ही हमको पसंद है, कोई डाउट नहीं है. देन ओनली यू लव, दैट इज नेचुरल फॉर मी आल्सो. along with your listening to class and all, when you really respond to me and talk respectfully, then only I love it. I'll enjoy at least in front. पीछे बात क्या करते हो मेरे को पता है एक दूसरे से, about me or any guru. You are a part of this world only, I know. What that guru, I don't know what he speaks, he only don't know. You will talk all that. But we also know that there's nothing to do, we are not surprised. We are also in the path of learning only. So idea is what? Vocally also we need to. And all the ego clashes happen mainly because of speech only. If the ego should not clash means speech should be respectful. And if I don't add one sentence here, the thing will never be complete. Ki, in this present world of absolute funniness, of people neither matured nor stupid fools, only thing because of which all problems are coming, there were only one solution is speech management. 15-20 years back, you could have called your children, even the servants, etc. अरे तुरे करके बोलो तो लोग बर्दाश्त करते थे. Okay, they used to feel also the love about it. Now ऐसा नहीं है. You have to add G to everyone, then only. Like a youngster came to your house, any representative says, आपसे 30 साल छोटा है वो 20 साल, अरे बेटा तू इधर आओ. You will not like. You have to see his recognition and you have to respectfully call him. Then only feel happy. दुनिया ऐसा बन गया है. Those loving, affiliating way of communications are reducing. टोन ट्यून में भी इवन टू चिल्ड्रन आल्सो यू कैन, कभी वो लोग भी एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं, especially in the group. When 10 children are there, his own friends came for party. No, if you call the child, they'll, Mama, don't call me in front of my friends like that, he says. So she'll have to say, most respected 10th 7th time failed beta ji. इस तरह से vocal effort also. These all are in spirituality also. Intellectually, you have to understand the greatness of the Ishtadevata, and emotionally, you have to have devotion. Senses, you have to do all the upasanas. Vocally, you have to do all stuti and prayer. Physically, you have to do the seva. तब जाकर वो भगवान में प्रसन्न होंगे. Spiritually, in the world also, all inclusive effort. We should be ready with the resources and ready with the readiness to perform. even the money you have to do. And sometime in your efforts, you have to take the help of others also. That is also an effort. Help of elders, help of equivalent. Sometimes you need the help of the youngsters. मैं बुढ़ा हूँ तो आई कांट लिफ्ट द बैगेज एनीथिंग आई नीड द हेल्प ऑफ यंगस्टर ना so I should have that effort to take his help also. That is a part of effort. In this place also today, nowadays, we are missing it. We don't want to help others. We don't want to take help from others. ऐसा ही नहीं होता जिंदगी में. हम सबके साथ हैं तो मिलकर काम करना पड़ता है. You give help and take the help. Give love, take love. Give respect, take respect. Give advice, take advice. मिलकर ही. Else we unnecessarily become isolated and no strength individually to solve our problems and don't want to take others' help. तो क्या करें लोग अकेले रूम में जाकर रोते 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 कोई सॉल्यूशन नहीं मिला फिर पंखे को लटक रहे. ऑल पंखे को लटकने वाला उनका कारण यही है कि दे आर नॉट एबल टू टेक हेल्प फ्रॉम अदर्स. दैट्स व्हाई आउट एवरी सुसाइड ऑल हिज फ्रेंड्स से अरे बेवकूफ तुम अपने प्रॉब्लम से शेयर किया होता वी वुड हैव गिवन सम हेल्प नो. Is it not? And there's no problem non-solvable. At least it can be diluted, regulated, controlled, delayed. There's no problem in the world which prompts committing of suicide. कोशिश करो. I'm just giving an example of even the effort of taking help of parents. Many deny the help of parents, advice of parents. There may be neighbors who can help you. There may be दादाजी हो सकते हैं आपके कुछ पता कर. Your own teachers, gurus, they are there. Your effort should be there even to take their help. We deny that also. मैं independent. दम घुट के मरते हैं लेकिन मदद नहीं लेना चाहते. That is not correct. See, Guru is there in your life. Why did the Guru Bhagavan send it? To take help from him only. Parents are there. Why? To take their help. They are required इसलिए उनको वहाँ दिया गया. आपको ज़रूरत नहीं है तो आपके चारों तरफ वो लोग रहते नहीं है मतलब उनकी ज़रूरत है आप उसको स्वीकार करना है. That is also effort. How much help you can take from the friends? Beautiful. You give, you take. Don't only be the receiver. Reciprocation. So, in this way, whether it is a worldly achievements goals, spiritual goals, or whether it to sort out any problem, we have to do Sarvathomukha Prayathna. Then only the required Shakti will come to be able to succeed in that. Let us not be narrow-minded in that also. Let not be conditioned ego in that case. And also should not have a cunning mind of taking only the help but not doing. जब मुझे हेल्प चाहिए तो मैं ऐसे भीख मांग के पीछे पड़ता हूँ. अब जो उनको हेल्प होता है तो मैं खिसक गया. That is again cunningness. That won't good. After 2-3 discoveries, the people stop helping you. They tell each other, ये तो अपना हेल्प लेता है लेकिन हमको देता नहीं तो इसको बायकॉट करो. बायकॉट, बहिष्करण, सोशल बायकॉट. These are all the inner maladjustments which we have to change with the right attitude, right understanding. Is it not? प्यार लोग किसका करते हैं जो हेल्प ले रहा है हेल्प दे रहा है. हम भी वैसे रहना चाहिए. Mutual. So all and you need also the efforts of Bhagavan's kripa. So therefore that's also part of your effort. सब किया फिर उनके शरण में रखा. So, भगवान मेरे हाथ में जो हो सकता है डन. Now you bless me. That also is effort. Sometimes you may need the help of government. वो भी effort है. कुछ चाहिए तो put your effort, apply properly. Here also we fail. For so many things that are there around in our मोहल्ला गली, लिखो गवर्नमेंट को, उनसे रिक्वेस्ट करो भैया ये सब ठीक ठाक करो, हमें यहाँ दिक्कत हो रही है. See, you understand in how many ways there are required efforts required for success, and in how many ways we falter and we remain without success or without achievement, feel bad about it. That is why no stone should be left unturned. That's they say. Every effort that's required to be put for success. Okay? Sarvathomukha Prayathna Shakti. Hari Om.